I am really thrilled to begin bringing you some brief research updates to help you to stay up to date about what's being published in the area of nutrition and brain health, mental health. You may know that I've been publishing a newsletter called the Brain Food Digest, and the number of papers that are published on a monthly basis are just staggering. It's really surprised me, to be honest. So I want to start highlighting a few of my favorite finds, so to speak, and sharing them with you in these, maybe 3 to 5 minute episodes. And so today, the first article that I'll begin with is titled "The Role of Flavonoids in Protecting Against Neurodegenerative Diseases." And this paper was published in May of 2025. And what the article talked about was how, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, they're on the rise. And some of the mechanisms that nutrition seems to be able to target that are part and parcel of the pathophys of these disease states are oxidative stress. That's number one, oxidative stress. Secondly, inflammation. And third, disrupted brain chemistry. And so these flavonoids, which, if you're not familiar, are a class of plant-based polyphenols that are found in a whole variety of different foods, and I'll go over a number of examples. It seems that they might offer really powerful neuroprotective effects. So when it comes to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and the neurodegeneration that's happening there, this paper really dived in. So flavonoids, like I mentioned, are a really large group of polyphenols found in fruits, veggies, tea, wine, honey, herbs. And there's different subclasses of flavonoids, flavonones, anthocyanins. And they're known to have, like anthocyanins, for example, relatively poor absorption. But the interesting thing is that our gut bacteria in our microbiome can kind of activate some different polyphenols into more bioavailable metabolites. It is known that some flavonoids can cross the blood-brain barrier, so that's pretty interesting. And it seems that there might be 3 core protective effects based off of those phenomena I mentioned before. The first, that they have these antioxidative properties where they can neutralize reactive oxygen species and even help to ramp up antioxidant protection, for example, by upregulating glutathione-related enzymes. The second core protective action is that they are anti-inflammatory, that they seem to be able to dampen key inflammatory pathways like NF-kappa B, for example. And there are some disease-specific effects as well. So in Parkinson's, for example, different flavonoids have been shown to reduce alpha-synuclein accumulation, and also to protect dopamine-producing neurons. In Alzheimer's models, they may inhibit certain enzymes like BACE1, which could then lower amyloid beta and tau levels. When you think about the specific flavonoids that have been shown to have neuroprotective effects, largely in animal models, we'll get back to that in a minute. One of them is chrysin. It's spelled CHRYSIN. And there are a number of food sources of chrysin. Honey is one of them, especially honey that has the propolis still contained in it, or that hasn't been removed. Passion flowers, which makes a fabulous iced tea, if I do say so myself. Carrots, and also chamomile. A second flavone, or this is a subclass of flavonoids, is luteolin. Luteolin is found in celery, broccoli, artichoke, green pepper, parsley, thyme, dandelion, chamomile tea, also carrots, olive oil, peppermint, rosemary, oregano, so many of those flavorful herbs and spices. Yet another that you might be familiar with is apigenin. Some of the food sources that provide apigenin are parsley, celery, and again, chamomile tea. Parsley and chamomile tea. We got to get those into our diets here. And so those are some nice examples of specific food sources, specific flavonoids, flavones specifically, that may be supportive. So thinking about the limitations of this kind of area of research, most evidence is preclinical. There are only a few human trials, and we do need larger randomized controlled trials completed in humans, and need to establish if we're using supplemental flavonoids, what the efficacy of those are versus food-based, and if there are any concerns with safety at certain doses, etc. But despite those limitations, I think that flavonoids certainly holds some promise as really affordable and natural adjuncts in helping to prevent neurodegenerative disease. And so thanks for tuning in. Hope that you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think. If you have any feedback, I'll incorporate it into future reviews. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and stay nourished.